I want your love and I want your revenge. I want your love. I don't want to be friends. You don't know. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Tesla stock update video. I'm going to fix this because this is going to be annoying. Okay, there we go. I'm coming to you today telling you why exactly I don't think, again, it's not financial advice, it's not a financial advisor, but why I do not think investing into the S&P 500 is a good idea, especially if you want to build wealth a lot quicker. But also, again, Tesla, let's go over it. Some news, breaking news right now. Cathie Wood, the leader of ARK Invest that now has about $50 billion worth of assets under management, said that 2.2 million EV sales had happened in 2020. And they expect it to go to 40 million, almost 20x in 2025. That is very, very soon. That is not like, oh, yeah, it'll go, 15, 18x, in 10 years. No, that's happening that's happening very, very quickly. In 4 years from now, that will happen. And the world, not just the U.S., is showing us that they're going green. If anyone needs more proof, the U.S. wind industry had its strongest year ever in 2020, and nearly doubling its installations from the prior year. It achieved a record high, and developers had built almost 17 gigawatts of capacity during the year, which is enough to power about 5 million homes. Now, people in general, mainly institutions or people with money, it doesn't have to be institutions, just people with money will follow the money where it goes. BlackRock today put $50 million of shares, 50 million shares of Tesla on the books. About $42 billion investment, and that's according to their 13G filing, and it shows that they own about 5.3% of the company now. And the actual numbers exactly are 50,080,396 shares. That's how much they got today, which is about 42.1 billion. But be advised, that's not like, oh, they're putting everything in. BlackRock also has about $8.7 trillion under management. So even though, yes, that is a lot for us, normal retail investor, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of assets that they manage. So it's, but either way, it's still pretty impressive. I have been saying it for a year, and many have figured it out and said it elsewhere. But if you want to make the best investment possible, you cannot take Warren Buffett's advice. You cannot just dump everything into the S&P 500. You can't dump it into the SPY or the VOO and then expect to get extremely wealthy in 2, 5, even 10 years. Are you going to consistently grow a little bit each year? On average, yes. Yes, you will. But you're not going to see the gains like you are if you've been investing in Tesla, like I have, in innovative companies like Square, Lemonade, all of these companies that just, even PayPal, they're just, Jack Dorsey's a beast. You're just not going to. The S&P only has meaning, I think, because of the disruptive tech companies that are in it, like Facebook, Amazon, Google, Tesla. And over time, there will be more of these disruptive companies that are just left out of the S&P index for too long, and the index, too long for the index to be a good benchmark. That's just my opinion, but that is something that I just cannot believe. I cannot, in good conscience, recommend people to do, which, if you don't want to do research, if you don't want to worry about it, if it's like, hey, I have enough money, I'm not worried about making a loan, I just want to make sure my investment. Okay, put the S&P 500, you'll get modest gains. You'll still get money. You'll still, again, on average, historically, that's what they've done. They've grown like 9 to 11% each year, which is great. But yeah, you're not doing that. That's small for time. I'm up like 200% since last year. News also came out today that Samsung Electronics is considering moving to Austin, Texas, for a new site for their $17 billion chip plant that the South Korean firm said could also create 1,800 jobs. Now, they make chips for Tesla, which makes sense that they're moving to Austin because they have a gigafactory that they're building there. So it makes sense. And I hear what you're saying. Well, you're saying that they're going to invest $17 billion and only 1,800 jobs. That's about $9.4 million a job. I hear you. I understand. But that's if you're looking at it half empty. If you imagine the labor productivity of those high value added jobs and you think like, okay, well, that $17 billion investment will translate into very high revenues, which will be powered by just 1,800 people, which is incredible. It's insane. It's great for the company, great for the stock, great for Tesla, and it's great for the local economy because that's so much money pouring into that local economy. Girlfriend wants to move to Florida. I said, okay, Texas, North Carolina, or Florida. That's one of those places I want to go. I was really hoping you would say Texas, but it's like, well, I have family in Florida. I wanted to move there because eventually I'd like to run for Congress. I would have liked, okay, well, all right, veteran for, U.S. Air Force veteran. Okay, hey, Dan Crenshaw, looking at you, buddy. He wasn't Air Force, but he was Navy SEAL. He's badass. But for me, like, it's just military buddies, and he's got a bunch of them down there as well, looking to run for Congress. And I was like, okay, I see you. I think we could do this. Former business owner. Again, I own 2 right now. About to open a 3rd merch store down below. But yeah, I think that Texas has a really good thing going down there. That's one of the best places to live. I've lived there before in San Antonio. Oh, Indonesia. Another thing I wanted to bring up. Okay, so I'm going to read you an article. Indonesia receives investment proposal from Tesla. Now, just before I read the article, I just want to... Okay. Indonesia is these guys right here. Now, Tesla already has Giga Shanghai and Giga Shanghai Part 2, which will go to most of China. Maybe it'll ship over to here, wherever. But Indonesia is very close to Australia. Now, if you're going to build in Australia, just build in Australia. But if you build in Indonesia, or at least mining the nickel from there, because they're very, 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 they have a lot of nickel, a lot of natural resources. You build a gigafactory over here, or even as close to the coast as you can, and then you take the nickel wherever you mine it from, and then you ship it over here. It makes much more sense to do that than it does to build a gigafactory here and then try to ship to Australia, because shipping those oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. You know what? I don't even care. I'm not even going to move the mouse. I lied. I'm going to move the mouse. Shipping materials is a lot easier than shipping cars. So they have received investment proposal from Tesla. So again, Indonesia is like, they're ready, but they are trying to play hardball a little bit because they know they are the world's biggest nickel producer, and that's something that is essential for EV batteries. Quote, I received their proposal yesterday morning. Next week we will meet them virtually to get an official explanation. Septian is the one of the main guys in Indonesia. He said he could not give details on the proposal due to non-disclosure agreement, but said that the focus of their discussion has been on batteries and energy storage solutions. I do believe that you're probably going to have... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Septian Hario Seto basically is the country's deputy head for investment and mining coordination. So that he represents India and has the best interests of Indonesia at heart. I'm sorry. I said India. I meant Indonesia. If they only want to buy raw materials, he said they are not interested. That proposal is beyond just taking the raw material. One of the top export of nickel, Indonesia stopped nickel shipments last year in an effort to develop a full nickel supply chain, which we've seen Tesla do as far as vertical integration. They want to do that as well, starting from extraction, then processing into metals and chemicals used in batteries to meet demand for electric vehicles. Tesla said last year it was looking for reliable resources of nickel globally after warning the current cost of batteries remained a hurdle to its growth. So that's a very short article, just something I wanted to read you guys. Let's go to the stock. And I am very, 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 very tempted to buy more. But I can't right now. I just don't have the money. I bought 3 shares last Friday. I just don't right now. At 8... If it drops down like 8.20, I'll try to move money around and get it. Although there's only like 10 minutes left, so probably not. But let me know down below if you had bought today. Let me know if you guys are doing call options or anything. All right, I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow.